You are now in a league of your own. You are relentless. They can't stop you, and they are very annoyed because you're not giving up at all. The same people that preyed on your downfall, they're mad they even push you to this level because the level that you're operating at, they didn't even know that was possible within yourself. You didn't even know was possible, honestly. And that's why you are thanking the people from your past for even activating this next gear within you. You always were a motivated person. You were always pretty disciplined, but there was like a wall kind of stopping you from reaching this level that you're at now. And after all that betrayal from the past, now that you had hit rock bottom and you know how it feels to have lost it all, you tell yourself you don't ever want to go back to that. You can't ever imagine yourself back in that time when people were taking advantage of you, when you were crying to these individuals and they looked like they were getting happiness from your pain. You're like, nah. You're like, now you got to be as self-sufficient as possible, because when you were relying on other people, they failed you to the point where it almost took you out. So now you know that this comeback, it's personal. You owe it to yourself because you lost yourself along the way of trying to please so many people that didn't even care about you. And once you start putting all that energy back into yourself, the world and yourself is shocked by how much you are accomplishing. You're leveling up at such a fast pace that you are making a lot of people around you very insecure. The people around you are thinking, am I not doing enough? Am I lazy? Am I this? Am I that? When in reality, they are operating at a pretty good level. You're just operating at like a freakish level that can only really be reached by going through as much as you've went through. Sometimes you do get desensitized to your pain and think that that was regular and everyone has their trauma. Trauma is subjective, don't get me wrong, but you didn't go through any type of regular trauma. You went through the ones that was supposed to take you out. And because you survived and now you are alchemizing it, it's giving you a different type of drive that not a lot of other people have. And because of this, you are starting to now see a disconnect with the people that you once had around you. Some of them, they had to leave your life. They were supervillains. Other people, you probably still wanted to keep them in your life, but how you are curating your life now and how your frequency is at, you're noticing people are just kind of falling out of your life. And some days you do kind of get lonely, but how you get over that loneliness feeling is thinking, do you want to go back to giving so much energy to people that didn't really care about you? Yeah, it would be nice to have a boyfriend, girlfriend, family, but why would you want to have people around you that's being a detriment to your life? The old you didn't care for it and was having anyone around, and it was just damaging your life. And now you know how to operate by yourself. And now that you don't have the distractions around you, you are accomplishing things at a very fast rate. You probably stop going to the bars. You probably stop engaging in low vibrational stuff. And as much free time as you get, you are hammering down at your goals, chasing success, even when it's painful, where other people would run away from the pain, you choose to face it head on. Because how painful can it actually be to go after what you want when you already dealt with the worst pain imaginable back in your past? So although it's a little uncomfortable, you are now used to living in that uncomfortable feeling. And because a lot of people don't really know how to do that, you are starting to get a lot of enemies. Some are silent, some are vocal about it. You see some people are jealous. Some people get around you to use you as like the blueprint and to elevate themselves. You are starting to notice that a lot of inauthentic people are coming your way, and it's a lot easier to discern it because you've dealt with so much fake people throughout your life. And then you start wondering to yourself, like, is everyone in the world fake? Sometimes you stay up at night and you think, am I the only one that's like this? Am I the only one that has a genuine soul? But you also understand that you are in a period right now where you haven't elevated high enough to meet those other people. So for the time being, you are patient and you recognize that if anyone in your life is trying to play with your energy or is trying to just treat you as a fool, You are very, very quick to cut off people.